All right, guys, we are live. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you're logging in from, of course. And welcome to this EtherChain Workshop. Now, this workshop will most likely be the most important one that you have attended, especially for EtherChain. And when we're done with this and when it's uploaded on YouTube, guys, please share it with everyone, anyone in the EtherChain community, with your teams, with your friends, with everyone that has participated or is participating in EtherChain, because we really need this video to go out, to go viral, to reach everyone in our community. Because what we are going to talk about right now is the most number one concern from the entire community, and that is the decline of the EtherChain fund. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about the mathematics behind it. We're going to talk about the reasons of this, and we're going to talk about, is there a way for us to turn this around? Because yes, there is. Now, this is the main focus of this workshop, and I want everybody to really pay attention, to really understand where we are heading. So we are, as we know, a community-based project, right? Everything that we've done, everything that we do, the community have done and achieved by themselves. Now, unfortunately, we saw a couple of months ago that the gas fee on Ethereum spiked tremendously. It's at an all-time high every single day, more or less. And this caused us to see a dramatic decline in the amount of members in Ethereum coming in to the fund. So the last weeks, we've all seen that the fund itself has declined by, it was up to 19,000, 19,500. Right now, it's about 9.5. So it's a decline about 10,000 over the last almost 4 weeks. Now, the reason for this, guys, the reason for this is not because the code doesn't work. It's not because of EtherChain and that this is not a right concept. The only and the single reason is the gas fee, and that the community has stopped. When the gas fee spiked, the community stopped to, maybe didn't stop promoting it, but people were not fond of paying $8, $10, $15, $25 as a gas fee to come into EtherChain, and more or less paying that for a withdrawal. But this is something that we're going to talk about right now, because we are going to give ideas on how to turn this around. First and foremost, as we know, yes, it has been declining. It has been declining because the community stopped. We've said from the entire beginning, from the very first day, EtherChain will be alive as long as the community wants it to be alive. As long as the community sustains it, it will be here. But if the community stops, then, well, unfortunately, the fund will stop as well. And I doubt that any one of you wants EtherChain to stop. This is a magical contract that has the opportunity to help and save and support millions of people around the world. The only issue we're facing right now, and it's only an issue if you make it one, and that's the gas. If the gas issue was not or if the gas was not an issue, we would have had more than 100,000 members in EtherChain right now. And we have that proof by our sibling Tron chain, where there's no fees at all, where there's 70,000 members in 1.5 months. That would have been the same with EtherChain if it wasn't for the gas fee. Unfortunately, this was unforeseen. It was not anything that anyone could predict. And it happened approximately 2 to 3 weeks after we deployed. Now, the first days, the first weeks, the first month, we had a tremendous momentum, guys. We had, when we were 12 to 13,000 members in the community, we had an average of 400 to 500 members joining daily. Today, we have 25,000 members, close to 26, and we have less than 100 members coming in daily. So what does this do? What does this tell you? Well, it tells me that the community has stopped. The only reason I see the community have stopped is because of the gas fee, and that people do not want to pay that and do not want to make these withdrawals because it eats all the profit. Well, first and foremost, we need to switch focus and make people realize that Ethereum is the prince. Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. It is the most undervalued cryptocurrency at the current moment. And by utilizing EtherChain, you can accumulate Ethereum through this period where we're waiting for the 2.0, so to say. We're waiting for the gas fee and the scalability and all this to be solved. We need to make sure that we teach people that want to be a part of EtherChain that this is profitable. This is where you want to be. Ethereum will be, if not the king, the prince. And you can accumulate that through EtherChain. You do not need to withdraw every single day. This is a smart contract. Everything is coded to you. I do not understand the people that are withdrawing 0.1, 0.15, 0.29, 0.89. I really don't get it. Because withdrawing that amount, that means that depending on how much you deposited, you will be withdrawing or the 7, 8, 10, 30 times in your cycle. And paying a gas fee of $5 to $10 30 times, I mean, that eats away everything. That's not what it's supposed to do. We can accumulate, we can let that accumulate, and we can withdraw once we have cycled. And then we can make a new deposit, eliminating the high gas fee or the multiple high gas fees, so to say. So this is one thing that I want people to really understand and really want to take to them, that, guys, the gas issue is only an issue if you allow it to be one. Right now, everybody's saying, yes, you can withdraw every day. Yes, you can, but there's no use to it. There's no point. Why withdraw every day and pay? If you withdraw 30 times a month, you pay $5 times 30 just to make those withdrawals every single day. Instead of waiting 30 days, withdraw a larger amount to pay that $5 fee on all of it. That is what we need to do. That is what everyone needs to think about. And what does this also do? Well, it allows less Ethereum to go out daily. Because right now, everybody's withdrawing like crazy, and I don't even know why. As soon as the gas fee goes down, everybody shouts out, gas fees down, make your withdrawals, instead of shouting, gas fees down, get your people in. Guys, the mentality here is completely different from what it should be. It is all about getting yours, instead of helping others to get in when it's time. We really need to turn this around. Because if we don't, if this continues, guys, if it continues in this rate, EtherChain will not be here within the next 4 weeks. And that is just pure facts and pure mathematics, because the community stopped it. Now, we have done, or I and the leaders here have done something that we hope to turn things around dramatically. Now, more than $60,000 have been distributed among EtherChain leaders, community EtherChain leaders that are dedicated 100% all around the world to host events, conferences, and seminars. We have 4 or 5 offline events with between 100 to 250 attendees on each of them. We will have professional video crews on them that will be recording everything, editing everything. We will be able to have this and use this as well as marketing tools. We need to create awareness. We have the community, we have the leadership, but guys, we need to start to act. If we want this fund to continue, if you want to continue to receive payments or receive from EtherChain, you need to do your part as well. You need to pull together, you need to help us to make this sustain. Now, in less than 1 week, this upcoming weekend, we will have, as I said, 4, 5, or 6 events. Next weekend, again, we will have the same amount. We will continue to do this every single week. But in order for us to be able to increase the fund, we all need your help from all of you guys. Because if all of you continue to withdraw every single day now, while 100 to 200 Ethereum goes in and 1,000 Ethereum goes out, guys, it won't last. It will not last. Please, do not withdraw. Leave it, accumulate it. Allow us a time to have these events, these conventions. Allow us time to rebuild the momentum of the community, both offline and online, because someone has to do it, because the community we have now isn't. So what I ask for everyone here is to please stop withdrawing every day. There's no use. The funds is coded to you. Give us time to host these events, to make sure that we create awareness. We will do mass advertising, mass marketing. We're creating funnel system for everyone in the ecosystem or everyone in the EtherChain system. We will be having rotators and splash pages. We're going all in because, guys, none of us wants EtherChain to not survive. This is our baby. This is where it all started. This is the main. And it is the best, guys. Ethereum is, I will say, the king. It is the most undervalued token. And guys, teach people how they can make a deposit into EtherChain, accumulate their funds, accumulate that Ethereum, and pull it out when they need it, when they completed their cycle, and they do it again. Why? Because it allows the time to have that Ethereum up. To be really honest, it gives the impression that this fund is growing. For new members that are now looking and seeing and attending these events and seeing our videos and seeing our promotion, they will see the fund grow. They won't see it decline. And that gives confidence, and that gives us the opportunity to save it, to really turn it around and regain that momentum. Guys, this is only limited in time. We are only waiting for the Ethereum 2.0. When will it come? I don't know, but we will make sure that we will survive until that. They say earliest November. Guys, that is not a problem. They say my January, February. That shouldn't be a problem either, as long as we market this correctly. And that is not to put in 0.1 and then withdraw 0.01 and pay an enormous amount of fees and put on that 0.1 when you're withdrawing just 3 times, you didn't make a profit. Ethereum is a high ticket, guys. Show people why they should be here, why they should put their Ethereum in EtherChain, and why they should be accumulating through us. Because this is the best contract out there. But we need the community to work as well. So we are going to work. As you've seen, maybe in the groups and in the chats and everything, people are already all over the world organizing and structurizing and setting up everything for the coming weekend. As I said, massive events. I'm not sure if we will be able to live stream them. I will make sure that we will be live streaming one of them, that's for sure. But we will have a professional video and editor team on all of them, so that they will be capturing everything on that event and be editing in those into a very cool marketing video, so to say, showing people how many is there, what are attending, what is happening, building that excitement, showing that, it's not just one person online, it's 150 people offline, everybody excited, everybody doing this, and then bring those investors. And if this works out, guys, we are going to do this every single weekend. Our leaders are dedicated and committed to this. And of course, we need more of you. If we have 7, we need 7 more. If we have 14, we need 14 more. Our community is ever expanding. So our leaders needs to be ever expanding as well. Everyone needs to take their responsibility. I want this to stay alive. I want EtherChain to survive. I know that you want it to survive, and you, and you, and you, and all of you, because this is what we've been working for. The only thing that is putting a boulder in the way is the goddamn gas fee. Excuse my language, but it's the gas fee. If the gas fee was as low as it is on Tron, as said, we would have had 100,000 members now with more than 25 to 30,000 Ethereum in the fund. But unfortunately, the gas has affected us. But as a community, we can pull together and do this. Now, there is a few ideas we have as well. Guys, look at this. There's an enormous amount of people in our community that have made already an enormous amount or received an enormous amount of profit, right? We are 25,000 members. Thousands of members have made cycles after cycles after cycle after cycle. Now, I want to speak to each and every one of them. I want to speak to each and every one of the entire community, and that is this. Guys, we alone have the opportunity to turn this around, to make sure that this fund grows. How can we do so? Well, everyone that has cycled, 2, 3, 4 times or whatever they do of the leaders, how much would it take to deposit 1 Ethereum on a second account, or half an Ethereum, or zero point 0.1 of an Ethereum on a second account underneath you, that you don't withdraw. You just let it accumulate for 310 days, and then you withdraw. We're 25,000 members in this community. If 25,000 members deposited 0.1 each, that's 2,500 Ethereum added to the fund in 1 day. If the leaders, the 100, the 200, 300 leaders we have around this community that has made a lot, that has received a lot because of the work they've done, if they can put 0.5, 1, 2, 3 in, and then the medium can put 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, of course, on your own account, so that you will receive the profit, that you will receive the 310, but put it in under you and let it be. Do not withdraw from this account. Do not create matching bonus. Let it stay for 1 year, 310 days, and then you take it out. What happens? Well, it allows us to grow the fund. It allows us to strengthen it before we start with the mass advertising, the mass marketing. So guys, this community has supported all of you tremendously. Now it's time for us to support the community back, to make sure that we make this go on. This is us. This is ours. This is not a company. This is not a CEO. This is not mine. This is ours. And it is our responsibility to make this happen, to make this survive. So as said, guys, this is not mandatory with no obligations or whatsoever. I'm not pushing or saying that you need to do this. But if you feel that you have made profit from EtherChain and that you would like to support this community to make sure that we will survive, that we will go through these next couple of weeks without a decline, so that we can show our strength on these offline conferences and events, please feel free to do so. Sponsor yourself. If you want to deposit 0.1, that's fine. 0.2, 0.5, 1, 5, it is all up to you. Think about how much this community has supported you, and then take a decision on how much you would like to support this community back. That is what I would like from each and every one of you to think about. To think about and hopefully also act upon it. Because this alone will support this community and will help this community to stay stable and even grow before we now get to this weekend. 5 days or 6 days away for the first event. After that, we are going to see a tremendous momentum, most likely and hopefully. That is what we are aiming for, or we would not have put this much effort into it. So with that, guys, we're not, well, we are going to talk a little bit more about that. I know that there's a lot of questions here coming in, but I want to talk more about this as well, because it is highly important to understand this. Yes, fund has been declining. Gas fee has screwed us up, more or less. We have proofs with our sibling that it is not the contract, it is not the code, it is the gas fee. If it wasn't for the gas fee, we would have had 100,000 members in our community right now. We don't. We have 25,000, 25,700. We went to 25,000 9 days ago. So in 9 days, 700 and something members have come in. That, my friends, is not enough to sustain this community. We need more to come in. We need more people. And that is why, as said, we're now putting massive advertising, massive marketing, and massive amounts into conferences, events, to make sure that we are doing everything possible to keep this alive, to make sure. But we need your help as well. So guys, as I said, if you feel like it, if you want to, if you feel that this fund has supported you, feel free to support it back. You will make your return on it, but make your own account. Sponsor yourself. Set up an account with 0.1 or 0.5 or 0.3 or 1 or 5 or 10 or whatever you feel like. Whatever you have received, go from that. If you received a lot, help a lot. If the community has supported you, it's time now to support the community back. We are one. We are together, guys. And without any of us, we won't be able to do it. It has been said from the very, very beginning. It's a community built. And people ask me, how long can we sustain this? How long can this survive? It will survive as long as the community wants it to survive. I can add, I am adding additional income streams. But guys, that is not enough. I can have 10, 20, 30 income streams adding to the fund, but it will not be enough to sustain the fund for 100%. We still need the community. This is a community build. That is what it's all about. So guys, this is the main what I wanted to talk about. I can imagine that there are a few questions. I do see that we have a few hands up. I'm going to bring them up as well. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here understands the importance of the position we're in right now. Right now, it feels like everybody's just trying to withdraw as much as possible. Every time the gas fee goes down, everybody's shouting out in their groups, it's down, withdraw, withdraw. Why? That will decrease the fund even faster, further. It seems like no one is here to make this last. But I do think that you all are. 90% of this community are here to make this last, to make this vision of a completely decentralized support fund come through. And we're going to do that together, guys. So with that, we are going to go over to a big Q&A. I'm going to bring on a good buddy of mine, Mr. Carl Hovelson. I know that we have been supposed to be speaking earlier. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I sure am, Andreas. And you know
Awesome.
what? You're 100% correct. You know, we need to be reinvesting. There's a few things. I mean, everybody should be thinking about. You should be thinking about CyberChain as well. You know, and building that up and taking your profits. And what I'm teaching my team is to take their profits, turn it into Ethereum, and throw it into the Ethereum project.
Perfect.
Right. You know, and as you're saying, build yourself some additionals to you. I call that double dipping. So that over the time frame, as it grows, like Andreas is saying, you can withdraw from there maybe once a month or so, and this helps build the entire fund. And you know, we as a community, I mean, this is explosive, and there's nothing. We don't have any competition out there. There are all kinds of projects that are coming out, but nothing that will sustain like this does. But you know, if we keep taking the money out, if we keep having that mentality, like Andreas says, about taking the mentality out and taking your money out all the time, like you're panicking for like all the other projects, this won't sustain like forever. Well, that's what they do. They just take all their money out.
What they do.
They panic withdraw. We don't have to panic withdraw. There is no reason for that. This is a long-term project here. So yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you, Andreas, that we need to be doing that, but start thinking about taking your profits and reinvesting them. I'm not saying, you know, don't take some out if you need some, but put it back in for long-term sustainability of this. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Carl. I mean, I appreciate that. And you are absolutely right. I mean, thank you so much for supporting us as well. And it is, as you say, it's a community, you know. If anybody is in, as you say, in CyberChain and they're making profits, you know, add some of that profits back into EtherChain. Let it be. Withdraw once a month, once every second month, so that we allow that fund to grow. Because if everybody just pulls out every day, yeah, 1,000 goes out every day, 200-300 goes in, instead of maybe getting 500-600-700 in and 200-300 out for a longer period until we regain that momentum. That is really what we need to do. So thank you so much, Carl, for that input as well. We have another hand up, Mr. Tanzim. I can't unmute you because you don't have a mic though, but we'll go with Pat. Are you there?
Hey, good morning. Hi, good morning. Yes. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
I am awesome. I just want to say I love the platform, the community. I really believe that it's just awesome. But you know what you're saying is 1,000% sure. And people need to really understand that, you know, when it comes to any type of investment vehicle, you know, they should already come in with the mindset of, you can't come in today and start pulling your money out tomorrow. You know, most places don't even allow you. If you was to go and open up a CD at a bank, You know, they don't even allow you to touch that money for what, a year or two.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you better not even think about going back, talk about taking some out. And so what I was going to suggest, if you could, maybe if you could take away the daily withdrawal button, you know, and make it, you know, like once a month, you know, because it's got to be a way that you can control this, because it just doesn't make sense for people to come into our community and they just want to take and not give. That's not right, and that's not fair. And I want to see EtherChain be around for a very long time, a very long time.
Yes.
I mean, I started with one Ethereum, and soon as that expired and I was able to roll it back in, I opened up 2 more accounts and I put like 10 Ethereums in both of them.
Yeah.
And the last, and in both of my accounts, and the last thing that I'm even thinking about doing at this point is withdrawing. I would like to see it accumulate so that I can continue to add more.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I was going to say to the members, you know, maybe even when you get ready to invite your family and friends into the community, you need to really explain to them that this is like a form of an investment vehicle. And again, you can't come in today and start withdrawing your money next week or next month. Leave that alone. Go find something else to do and let the
Help
time run
others.
out, you know, and bring other people in.
Yeah, well, while your money is accumulating, you know, help others to do the same, bring others in so they can accumulate as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was just my suggestion, you know, and I mean, and I know some people don't want to hear that, but you know, if there was a way that you can just set it up where, you know, take the daily withdrawal option away,
Yeah.
because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, no matter how much we get in here, it's like preaching to the choir, you still gonna have people that's gonna, every time you turn around, for what crazy reason, they're gonna be trying to hit that withdrawal button, and that's unfair.
Yeah. No, you know, that, you know, Pat, I got to thank you. That was a brilliant idea, actually. I know that we can't stop it in the contract because we can't change the contract, but
Okay.
I'm going to talk to my devs and see if, you know, we can remove the button, you know, for a week's time, and then we add it back after a week or something like that. I'll talk around it, you know, I'll talk to them and see if there's any option, because it was a very good idea, because it kind of keeps people from withdrawing every day. Gives them the opportunity to withdraw once a week or so, or instead, and it will
Once a month, you know. I mean,
even
like
once
I
a month.
said,
It will save them a lot of money in gas fee, and it will allow us that time to really gain up momentum and bring the Ethereum back into the fund. I'm going to talk to my devs on that, Pat. Thank you so much for that idea. Definitely, that was a good one.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to bring on, let me see here, Mr. Vincenzo. Let me see here, unmute. You there, buddy?
Hello, Andreas.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Vincenzo, how are you today?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. I would be, but I'm soon
okay,
better
guys,
as soon as this fund grows.
I wanna make just a very quick training about a key of sustainability, because people, when make the first deposit, for example, okay, guys, make a first deposit of 1 Ethereum, okay, Andreas, just 1 Ethereum, for example. When they go to withdraw, they withdraw 3.1 Ethereum, okay? So if we want to divide this percentage, we have 0.32 that reflects to the support fund. Because if we divide the support fund balance with the withdrawal of Ethereum of all members, we see a percentage less than this. So what we can do for help the sustainability of the community. When the guys go to withdraw this 30.1 Ethereum, they can add in the next with a redeposit, so the second deposit, the half of this one, so 1.6 Ethereum, okay? And they withdraw the 31% of this one, that are for 65 Ethereum, and then go ahead with the put always the half part of this Ethereum. Okay?
So basically
so we can increase the sustainability more and more. If everybody do this strategy, we will see the super fund go ahead to 25,000 Ethereum in just 10 days. We can go up the super fund very fast because this is a discipline. The code tell us you can deposit equal or more Ethereum in the second, in the tertiary deposit, fourth deposit, etc. But Andreas, we can tell the community to not withdraw because people that have a lot of members in their line, they put always 1 Ethereum, they withdraw in 2-3 days with matching bonds. Okay, so they have to redeposit, and redeposit always 1 Ethereum, and this is no good for the sustainability of the super fund. So we can make a strategy where people deposit in second deposit, third deposit, half or more than the Ethereum that have made and that have received. Why? You guys
Vincenzo, I just want to stop you right there because the idea is very good. The only thing is that I can't do that. I can't change anything in the code and force people to put half the amount that they're putting in.
I know. For this reason, our leader have to teach team and members.
Absolutely.
Okay, Andreas, because every single company have a leadership. If we leader teach all people to do this, we will see the super fund go like that. Okay. Okay, because just another thing, because guys, why you put always the same amount, 1 Ethereum, etc. Do not forget that if you put 4 Ethereum, you will have more like 1% daily. Why you put always the same amount? It's not correct. And when people arrive to the maximum of deposit of 200 Ethereum, they receive 620 Ethereum, and they can split this amount, 200 in one account and 200 in one account and 110 Ethereum in another one account to make this sustainability always going up.
No, absolutely. I fully agree with you there. And that was kind of the plan or the thought that it was supposed to work, and that I was hoping that when people if they make a deposit of 1 and they pull out 3.1, that they actually deposit maybe 2 and then pull out 6, and then they can deposit 3 or 4, so that they always, they always deposit more so that they can build themselves up to that 200. Because if everyone was doing that, our fund would have been, 60, 70,000 by now, and people would have been cycling on that 200, and the community wouldn't even care about the gas fee. So you're really, really right. It's very important that the leadership and everyone explains to the strategy that we can use in order to increase the sustainability, and that is you put 1 in, take 3 out, put 1.5 in, take what will that be, 4.5 out, put 2.5 in, take 7 out, so that we always increase the deposit. Even though that you're making profits, you're still increasing back into the fund. So that is what we need to teach our leaders. So thank you so much for that, Vincenzo.
Okay, and another thing, Andreas, just another one.
Yes.
We can organize for all the community the withdraw strategy, because if you have 3.1 Ethereum to withdraw, you can withdraw in 3 times. Okay, for the first member, for example, 1 time you withdraw 0.75 Ethereum. The second time first withdraw. The second withdraw will be always 0.775 Ethereum. And the last one, so 1.60 Ethereum, will be used for redeposit. You withdraw and you put it again, because you are put for the first cycle 1 Ethereum.
Yeah.
So in 2 points, in 2 withdraw, you withdraw your earning, and you put into the support fund this one. After you put the half of you earned. So if you put 160 Ethereum, you have to receive this one plus this one, okay? About this one, okay? So are 7.7 Ethereum, and the half of this one will go to the third redeposit. So Andreas, make this will be to growing the support fund, because leader put always 10 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, but they need 30 Ethereum, 31, 31, 31, 31, and this is no good for the sustainability of the community, because only leader make more money. Absolutely. For other people. So we have to teach, okay, if you are agree with me, with all the leaders in EtherChain, this strategy. And we can see how the support fund will go to the moon, really will go to the moon, support fund, because it's only mathematics. EtherChain is based on a community.
Absolutely,
okay?
Buddy. Okay, thank you so much for your explanation, buddy. This is absolutely something we need. And it's absolutely a strategy that I want people to, kind of follow, withdraw, deposit more the next time. Don't, if you're, as Vincenzo said, if you're on 10, take out 31, put 10, take out 31, put 10, take out. The only thing you're doing is draining the fund. You're thinking about yourself instead of helping to build a community and sustain the community, because we're 3 months in. If people were actually building the right way and the way that you say, Vincenzo, we would have, right now, we would have been in an extraordinary place. And in 6 months' time, we would have had 250,000 members, if not more. Our fund would have been sustained and sustaining for years and years to come because of the way it has been built. It has been designed with the deposit levels for people to actually realize that the time needs to be built. The time is needed to build a community to be able to sustain the amount of Ethereum that goes out. So absolutely, this is something that we are going to talk more about, and that we are going to. I want everybody to have this on when they're talking to their leaders. Teach this, explain this, explain why we're doing this and how we're doing this, and why is the reason we're doing it as well. And when this momentum, when the Ethereum 2.0 picks up and is back, the momentum here will just be crazy. And we don't need to think about, withdrawals or holding off or teaching them this or teaching that, because it will then be, skyrocketing. Now, I've seen from Pat's suggestion here about the withdrawal button, etc. I've seen a lot of comments here, and everything is more or less positive, except a few that would say, removing the withdrawal button would definitely, remove the trust, so to say. So we cannot remove the button. But what we might do, I will talk to my developers, is if it's possible to allow that withdrawal button to work only once or twice a week, and on certain days, so that people will go in and make their withdrawals at that time. Personally, I have never been for, restricting people from withdrawing their funds. But as said, we are in a situation where we need to figure out. But I would like this community to do this together. I would, this is not my company. This is not me to control. The contract runs the way the contract does, and I would like, just as myself, as a community member, to help to make this survive, to make this go through this period. We're talking about a few months where the gas fee is high, a few months where we will put enormous amounts of efforts and money into marketing and advertising and conferences to make sure that we're growing. And please, please, please do the same. If you have an opportunity to share with anyone, do it. I saw a question earlier today saying the fund is decreasing. I have 2 people who want to deposit 10 Ethereum, but I'm afraid, you know, it's decreasing. And will it turn around? I think I'm going to wait until I see it grow back up. Guys, if everybody has that attitude, I'm going to wait until I see that it grows back up. It will never grow back up. I can tell you that. People need to realize that we do what we do now because we want this to survive. We are going to make it survive. We're going to do everything and all in our power as a community to make sure that that happens. So guys, as said, we are going to finish off now. There is a lot of texting in the chat box, absolutely. Guys, we will be making a poll about certain things. I will be brainstorming with my developers a little bit to see what we can do. As said, I am not the one that wants to limit people with their money. Your money is your money on this smart contract, but I would like to ask, I would even beg for you to support this community as much as the community has supported you. If you have received more than you gave, please be a part of supporting this community back. Let us lock arms, let us be united and unified towards our mission. And that is to creating this decentralized support fund that will support us and millions of others around this world. So guys, this was a serious workshop. It needs to be done. It was needed, heavily needed, because everybody's asking, everybody's wondering, everybody has a concern, and right now everybody knows exactly what needs to be done, right? Everyone knows exactly what needs to be done in order for us to survive. So guys, let's get it done. Call to action, my friends, call to action, because if it's not a call to action on this point, I am sad to say, and it brings a lot of sadness towards me to see that the community does not pull together in this way. But I have no doubts that we will. So brighten up, guys. We are going to make sure that EtherChain is here forever. Stay on the lookout for the streaming videos, for the events that will be coming up next week. Make sure that you attend we will have a presentation on, I'll post it out Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have a presentation updating everybody on the ongoing situations and presentations and everything that's going on around the world. We're looking forward to that. In the meantime, guys, please, you know, a little bit less withdrawals, save your money, pay less fees, all that. And if you're in for it, if you have received from the community, come on, man, support the community back. Make your own deposit, make a new account, put in 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 1.5, whatever you feel, depending on how much this community has already supported you. Support us back, and we will be here forever. Guys, thank you so much for this workshop. I hope you guys got some good information. I hope you got this really, really printed in, because it is this now or never, more or less. And we are going all in. And we are not giving up, that's for sure. All right, my friends, take care. We will see you on the next Zoom, and we'll see you in the groups. If there were any questions or anything else, let us know in that chat group on Telegram or on Facebook, and we will be replying to each and every one of you. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon.